Well, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Excuse me. Welcome back to this Tuesday afternoon. No Man's Sky shenanigans. It's kind of a pre-update hype stream. We're going to be talking about what could potentially be in the next update for No Man's Sky, along with hunting for more ugly AF Sentinel starships. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. Welcome back. Not expecting a really big crowd. I think, well, because it's Tuesday, usually we don't have a really big crowd on Tuesdays, but, you know, it's all good. We're going to go have some fun regardless. Audio is good, so let's get the shouts out of the way. So, Mustafa, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back. Penn, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, and welcome back. And I think that's all that's here. I think that's all the people we have here so far. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. For anybody who's new, thanks for joining us. I am Oddman105, aka the Odd One. This is a kind of an impromptu Tuesday live stream, excuse me. Kind of a Tuesday live stream of some more GTA 5. I got GTA 5 on the brain. No Man's Sky shenanigans. Okay, No Man's freaking Sky shenanigans. That's what we're doing here. We're playing some No Man's Sky. This is a pre-update hype stream. The rumor has it that the new update for No Man's Sky will probably release within the next 48 hours. We'll see. Now, hold on a second. Let me check something here. Let me check before we begin. Let me check one thing. Let's go to Sean Murray Watch. Let's go over to Sean Murray Watch over on the Twitterverse and see if we've gotten another tweet. No new emojis yet. We have the stadium emoji and that's it. Yeah, we have the stadium emoji, but that's it. Nothing new. Guitar Guy 80, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. How are you? Everybody, Guitar Guy 80 is a fellow content creator. He's part of the Odd Fam. If you guys haven't done so, please go to his channel. Check that man out. Show him some love. You know how we do it here. Always support the Odd Fam. Yeah, there's only a single emoji. That's the one he posted yesterday, so nothing new. It might release in the next 48 hours. We'll find out. We will see. Who else do we have out there? Carrie the Bitten Blade. How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Today is the day, boys and girls. We can only hope. You're probably talking about what? Not Light No Fire. Starfield? You're talking about Starfield? Guitar Guy 80, no problem at all, man. No problem. Good to see you. Okay. Let's hop right in and do this, people. So, before we begin, you're talking about Starfield. Let me know how that works for you. Let me know how Starfield, let me know. Because I haven't bought Starfield yet, and I want to get the PC version. Just because. The PC version's moddable. And let me know if the changes are worthwhile. Because essentially what Bethesda's doing right now in 2026 is what Hello Games with No Man's Sky was doing back in 2016. Yeah, 10 years ago. Anyways, let's start. Let's go ahead and transition now. Before we begin, for anybody out there who's new, please take a second, read and follow the channel rules in the description section down below. Very important. Okay, and with all that stuff out of the way, where is my OBS? There's OBS. Bring up the game. Hold it. As much as I like that song, we gotta mute it. Okay. Gotta mute the music. Okay, put that in the background. Now bring up the game. Okay, transition. Now we're ready. Let's do it. So you definitely give it a thorough walkthrough. I like Bethesda games, okay? And I know that Starfield got a bit of a rough, had a rough start and didn't get a lot of praise because it was supposed to be the next big thing in the Bethesda game franchise. It was supposed to be this tectonic shift in gameplay for Bethesda, but it's nothing more than like Skyrim and Fallout 4 in space. So let's see if they fixed all of the gripes. Guitar Guy 80, thank you for typing that. I appreciate you, man. Penn says, what do you think the update's going to be? I think, let's get in. Let's start. I think the update is going to be, I think it's a multiplayer-based update. I think it's going to be either PvP or PvE. Now, that being said, you mentioned Worlds Part 3. If it's Worlds Part 3, I think we could potentially see some sort of a new PvP-style mechanic. There could be a new end boss, because the one thing that No Man's Sky lacks is like boss fights. For example, the Sentinels are not really a challenge. So I'm really hoping that we get some new type of Sentinel enemy that's like so freaking overpowered that we have to literally go out and find the best multi-tool or build the best staff possible with the best weapons to kill this thing. That's what I want to see. We need a hardcore boss fight, which is something that we don't have in the game. Now, that being said, I think it's PvP. I don't think it's sports. It's a stadium, of course, but I think it's more of a battle arena type of emoji. Now, I think it could be PvP, and to that end, I think Hello Games is working on... I think they're testing the multiplayer for Light No Fire. I think they're testing multiplayer for Light No Fire. That's what I think it is. I think they're testing multiplayer for Light No Fire. Which is probably the one thing that's holding up the release of Light No Fire, if you think about it. The multiplayer for No Man's Sky sucks. And I think what we're looking at with this new quote-unquote arena update is Hello Games testing. They're testing the new multiplayer for not only for Light No Fire, but they're making sure that it works in No Man's Sky. So I think we're looking at a new multiplayer-based update, which I'm perfectly fine with. Now, you guys know that I usually play or host live streams solo. I typically don't play solo because of inherent security concerns. But considering... Hello, Deborah. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, and welcome back. Considering that we're playing No Man's Sky and not Grand Theft Auto Online, which is just plagued with security exploits, I don't necessarily have a problem with playing multiplayer for No Man's Sky. So... obviously, if we're looking at a multiplayer update, then sure, we're going to do multiplayer for the update. I won't have a problem with that. So we'll have to wait and see, but my speculation is that the upcoming update for No Man's Sky is going to be multiplayer based, and I think they're testing out new multiplayer features for Light No Fire. Specifically, they're trying to make sure it works. Declan, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, bro. How are you, man? So Declan says, my dog passed away on Sunday, bro. She was a good age at 14. I'm so sad. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm very sorry to hear that, man. You have my condolences, man. Pets are part of the family too, brother. Pets are part of the family too. I am very sorry to hear that. You have my condolences, man. I'm very sorry to hear that. But she was, she was 14, so that's very good in dog years, I think, man. But yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that, brother. Very sorry to hear it. Yeah, you have my condolences, man. But it's good to see you anyways. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Okay, so the Sentinel ship in this star system was Ugly. All right, let's get back on the hunt. Let's get back on the hunt. Hey, Declan, much love to you too, brother. Good to see you, man. So Carrie says, I've played, release, post-release, and soon to be the new update. Let me know how Starfield is with this new update. I haven't played it yet because I really want to get the PC version of the game. I don't want to get it on the Xbox or any other platform. I want the PC version, and that's because PC is moddable. Okay, so folks, this is what we're going to do. We are still headed toward the galactic core, which is that way. But the one thing we were doing yesterday was basically skipping all the one-star systems because they typically don't give the best results in terms of ships. In many cases, they're abandoned. So I think what we're going to do today is hit all the one-star systems along the way to the galactic core. So I think we'll do that. Before we do, I am noticing, hold on a second. Let's hop out of this. Let's see, are we good? If I see any kind of frame rate tearing or everything, I'll have to, I will close the app and restart if necessary. If I see any kind of frame rate tearing. Everything looks okay, I guess. You're kind of seeing... Yeah, I'm seeing some micro stutters. Give me a second. Everybody sit tight for 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let's go F8 for just a second. I am going to... Let's see here. Options. Let's quit the desktop. Give me 1 second. We'll come back in the game in just a second. I'm going to close the app and restart. This does happen sometimes with No Man's Sky. I'll have to close and relaunch the app. Just saw some frame rate stutters there. Give me 1 sec. Basically micro stutters. Nothing really severe, but I can notice them on my end. So let's relaunch. Okay. And let's see if this fixes the problem. It just saw some micro stutters. That does happen with No Man's Sky. Especially the Steam version of No Man's Sky. Don't even ask me what that's all about. So Declan says, I was talking to my friend and his friend was basically saying, it's only a dog, but my dog was like my child. Oh, and it's not only a dog, man. Pets are family too. Dogs are family too, man. I hate it when people say that, brother. I hate it when people say that, man. You have my condolences, man. Don't worry about what that person said. Okay, that's better. That's much better. Deborah says, I know when you really want something, it's really good when you do get it. Yeah, exactly. And we were skipping all those 1-star systems. But what we're going to do, let's do something a little different today. Let's hit all the 1-star systems along the way. All the 1-star dissonance systems, that is. So right there is a 1-star... Yep, that's a Class X system. That's a purple star system. 1-star Gek. Let's go to it. So Carrie says, I have to wait until 4 p.m. though. I'm still throwing a tantrum. As long as you don't pound the ground too much, you're okay. If you're kicking and screaming, then we got to get you an intervention. But Declan says, but thanks, Odd Man. The love with a lot of the people in the last few days were great. I appreciate it. Hey, brother, like I said, pets are family too, man. Pets are family too. So, like I said, brother, you have my condolences. Okay, let's see what we got. This is a 1-star Korvax. I'm sorry, 1-star Gek. And what I can tell you is that over the course of the past few live streams, we found some pretty cool ships in some of the 1-star systems. Not very high class, but we did find some pretty cool looking ships. So let's see what we got. Life Incompatible, Frozen Anomaly. Okay, let's mark it. And Vile Aquatic. Okay, let's go. Hey, Moses, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So Carrie says, I can't sit tight. I'm standing. Okay, well, stand tight. Do we have anything we need to drop off? You know what? You know what? This is ridiculous. Look at all this glass. Look at all this freaking glass. We got to do something with this glass, man. We got to do something. Where's my storage? We got to drop off this glass. I said glass, chat. Glass. Settle down, chat. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this stuff out of here. Because we're not going to use it. Not immediately, anyway. Let's move that stuff. Put that up there. Put that over there. Ammunition can go back over there. That's perfect. All right. That looks better. Much better. Okay. Okay, let's go check this thing out. And Moses, good to see you. Hey, I'm blessed by the best, brother. Blessed by the best. It's good to see you as always. How are you today, man? Hey, Declan, I'm doing well, man. Like I said, I'm blessed by the best, man. Blessed by the best, brother. And I hope you're doing well in spite of the difficult time, man. You're always in our thoughts and prayers, brother. You know that, man. The Odd Fam takes care of the Odd Fam, man. So Deborah says, are you planning on creating a cathedral with all that glass? I have no idea what I'm going to do with all that glass. I don't. We're going to have a live stream where all I do is open up glass, I swear. No idea. Yeah, we should probably crack that stuff open and sell those upgrades, huh? Maybe we'll do that after we check out this this current system. Okay, let's grab the daily driver. There it is. Let's go. Okay, first stop is the gas station. Gas station? The gas station. We got to go to the space station. Okay, this is an abandoned system. This system is abandoned. Let's land on the station. You know, since we're here, let's land on the station anyway. Yeah, it's not a gas station. Let's go to the gas station. Yeah, Zero says it's not a gas station. Yeah, not a gas station. Definitely not a gas station. Let's go to the gas station. Let's go to the petrol station. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, we just picked up an S-Class pulse spitter. I'll take that. Multi-tool expansion. Storage augmentation. Nice. And we're maxed out on those. That's a good find. That's a very good find. S-Class. Very nice. Spider Log, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Long time no see, man. How's it going? Yeah, let's go to the gas station. Let's go to the gas station. So how's my day so far? Hey, I'm blessed by the best. We're having a good old time. We're talking about the upcoming update for No Man's Sky. As many of you are aware, Sean Murray released a tweet last night. Yeah, Deborah, they might have some snacks and drinks there. We should always stop at the gas station. Do we have anything we need to sell? Nothing here to buy. Do we have anything we can sell? We ain't selling this. We ain't selling that. Definitely ain't selling that. Those things are worth a ton of money. Those things are worth their weight in gold. Okay, looks like we're good. Let me out of here. Somebody should really clean this place up. So Spider Log says, yo, is that gas station cheaper than the ones here on Earth? Probably not. We are talking about a space gas station after all. And good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's restore points. We do know that there's dissonance in this star system, so let's fire it up. So Spider Log says, I'm often here in the morning time. My UK as I prepare for work, but just lurking, hence why it seems like I'm not here often. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Mr. Smooth Ones, what's up, man? How's it going, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by today, man. Everybody, Mr. Smooth Ones is a fellow content creator. He's part of the Odd Fam. You guys know how we do it here. Always support the Odd Fam. If you guys haven't done so, please go to his channel. Check that man out. Show him some love. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us, brother. How are you? Hold on. This can go to... Crap. That can go to my freighter. So this can go to my freighter. Yeah, we'll put that in the freighter. Get in there. Perfect. Okay, let's see what we got. So what we're going to do for today's live stream, Stuart Laker, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. What we're going to do is we're going to hit all the one-star systems on the way to the galactic core. All the one-star dissonance systems. Ooh, check this out. Check this one out. Oh, check this one out. Hold on. Hold on. We got another light sentinel. This is like the orange one I found. That's like the orange one I found. Hold on. This one's kind of rare, man. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think we found something good. DJ Bones, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you, brother? So Declan says, odd man, how long I'm talking to you? Declan, I'm not sure what you're asking. You've been with the channel for a long time, though, brother. You've been here a long time, man. Curry Game says, odd man, Guitar Guy 80, found a new food warehouse is opening near me, and it sells 4.5K boxes of custard creams. That's a big-ass box of custard creams. Oh, my God. So Azura says, meanwhile, I'm looking for runaway mold farms. You should have been here a few live streams ago. We found a massive runaway mold farm. we found a ginormous one. Okay, check this out. This one is kind of rare. That color is rare. We found a light Sentinel fighter. Hold on a second. I got to see this one. We got a light Sentinel Batwing. Light Sentinel Batwing. That blue and that black is absolutely gorgeous. Check that one out. That's not bad. This one I think is worth a hunt. This one is definitely worth a hunt. Yeah, Light Sentinel Fighter, Batwings, Dorsal Stabilizer. Very nice. This is not bad. So I Am Carry Game says, yeah, Declan, you've been here for quite some time, man. Easily 3 years plus. Yeah, so this is a good-looking ship. So if you guys want this Starship, Neo Hurricane, thanks for joining us. Yeah, this is a good-looking ship. This one is nice. That blue on that Light Sentinel Fighter is kind of rare. This one is nice. So if you guys want this style of Starship, glitzer in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, this is the Euclid Galaxy. Very nice. Light Sentinel Fighter, blue and black with bat wings. Very nice. Single thruster, I believe. Yes, single thruster. That's a nice ship. That one's very nice. If you like the Light Sentinel Fighters, there you go. This is, of course, it's a C-Class. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This one I think is worth a hunt, so let's grab a couple of C-Classes down here. What's the total number of ships I have on me? Hold on a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 ships total. Let's grab a couple of, yes, we call this a Batwing because of the bladed wings. It's got a set of double-bladed wings on it. Now, typically, I call these double-bladed wings because you have a set of wings in the fore part of the ship, and you've got a set of wings in the back. A set of bladed wings, that is. Usually, I call these double-bladed, but some players call them bat wings because they look like a bat wing, essentially. And it literally looks like the Batman's bat wing, his actual flying aircraft. It looks just like his flying aircraft, so that's why they're called bat wings. So, let's grab a couple of these before we go. Let's drop a save beacon at each location because one of these C-Classes may have good supercharge convergence on it. So let's grab one. Let's drop a save beacon. And rather than drop a base, of course, let's make this one... That's not what I wanted to do. Let's make this one red. Okay, we'll make that one red. Okay, let's claim this ship and let's start the hunt. We're going to hunt for this one. Let's hunt for this one. This one I think is worth a hunt. Glass. Brain. Pugnium.
Technology prepared.
Okay, so what we're looking for, this is kind of a good sign. This one I think is probably a 3+1. This one could be a 3+1. I think we're looking at a 2 + 1 and 1 minimum on this ship, but we're looking for supercharged slots in this area. Because this is not here at the top, that's actually kind of a good sign. That is, of course, according to the Game Hub. So there's your ship. That's actually a really nice looking fighter right there. I like that one. Okay, let's claim it. All right, let's start the hunt. Sorry about that. Here we go. Let's grab a couple of these C classes and get them up to the space station. And we'll check the supercharge slots on them. And we're dropping save beacons, and we're grabbing the locations of these ships just in case they're good ones. Just in case they're good ones. Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking Sentinel ship. Look at that. That one's pretty nice. Yeah, I am probably more partial to the light Sentinel fighters because they have better, I think they have better maneuverability. I haven't tested it, that's just speculation. We're still like a minute away. What the crap, dude? And hopefully you guys are all doing well. Thanks for joining us. This is the first good looking ship so far. Like I said, don't sleep on the 1-star systems. So this has to be a moon. We must be on a moon. All right, what do we got? This is a 1-star system, so we're not going to find an S-class here. We do have a chance of finding an A-class. We're definitely not going to find an S-class. Before we go, what do we got over here? Anything good? It is... I can't tell. Inverted mirror. Yeah, you can keep that. You can keep that. Keep your inverted mirror. Excuse me, Mr. Transparent with walking stick things. Always grab your radiant shards because these things are worth money. Radiant shards are always worth money. Give me that money. Yeah, those things are worth 50 nanites apiece. Give me that money. Okay, what do we got? Okay, hey, Declan, take care, brother. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Next to GTA 5 online stream is tomorrow. So we'll be streaming GTA 5 online tomorrow. That is, of course, if Rockstar can get their heads out of their butts and fix the servers. Grand Theft Auto 5 online has been broken since the beginning of the event week. And some players are having difficulty being able to stay in session. Okay, so this is another C-class. Man, this thing is worth nothing. How much is that one worth? Hold on. C-Class, 8 million. Okay. Glass. Brain. Pugnium.
Technology repaired.
Okay, I think the supercharged slots were roughly in the same area. These might be different. We got a Cyclotron Ballista. Very nice. Okay. Compare. And, man, these ships ain't worth anything. Claim. Did Hello Games rebalance the worth of Sentinel ships? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Did they rebalance that? Those ships are extremely cheap. You know what? We'll find out later. We'll find out later. Okay, this is ship number 2. All right, so this is Starship number 2 for this planet, located at plus 18.43 and plus 0.05. Plus 0.05. Okay, hey, Declan, take care, brother. We'll see you next time, man. God bless to you. We'll see you next time. Okay, and if you guys want the glyphs, just in case you're just joining us, those are the glyphs. That's a good-looking Sentinel ship right there. This is the Euclid Galaxy. Glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This is a light Sentinel fighter, dorsal stabilizer, bat wings. Very nice, simple ship. I like it. Okay, let's grab it and go. If I can stop fat-fingering the buttons. There we go. And I hope everybody out there is doing well. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you haven't done so, please hit the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Let's go. Yeah, these Sentinel ships are remarkably cheap. Usually, a C-class Sentinel ship will sell for about 16 million units. These things are only worth 8. They're only worth 8 million units. I wonder what the deal is, man. We'll find out when we get them up to the space station. Like I said, let's grab a couple of these C-classes and take them up to the station and check out their supercharge slots. Yeah, we're on a moon. I didn't realize that. We're actually on a moon. $20. That's the longest 20 seconds ever. All right, that's better. Yeah, didn't realize we were on a moon. Yeah, I forgot to put a save beacon at the other location. That's fine. Since we only need to get about 3 or 4 of these for the supercharge slots to begin to overlap. Okay, this one is a B class, 17 mil. Just out of curiosity, what kind of scrap do we have here? I'll take that. Give me that. Give me that. Yes, please. Give me those. We'll totally take 10 of those mirrors. Okay, this time let's leave a freaking save beacon. Let's not forget. Okay, change the color to... Let's make this one blue. Perfect. Make that one yellow and blue. Okay, this is a B class located at plus 6.42 and minus 157.03. This is Starship number 3 for this planet. This is a B class light sentinel fighter. Again, glyphs. Lower left-hand corner of the screen. If you want this ship. That's what it looks like. Euclid Galaxy. All right, let's grab it and go. Glass. Brain. Pugnium.
Technology prepared.
Okay, so this is easily going to be either a 2+2, 2 + 1 and 1, or 3 + 1 for the B class. Okay, let's grab it and go. Compare and claim. All right. Next. Oh, let's see. So, as we were talking about earlier today, I think that the new update for No Man's Sky, is going to be PvP. I think it's some sort of a PvP battle arena thing. Or potentially even a new PvP. PvE, excuse me. Somebody mentioned Worlds Part 3. It is quite possible that we could see Worlds Part 3. If we're even getting a Worlds Part 3. So that is quite possible. But I think with the arena emoji, I think we're looking at some sort of PvP or PvE overhaul. That's what I think it is. I think we're also probably getting some sort of a new boss fight. Or some sort of a new endgame boss battle. That's what I think it is. And I also think that Hello Games is currently testing multiplayer in No Man's Sky to ensure that it will work for Light No Fire. Which, if based on what I'm seeing and just my speculation, the lack of a working multiplayer is what's holding up the development or the release of Light No Fire. Hello Games probably wants to ensure that the multiplayer system's going to work for Light No Fire, and I think they're going to be testing it with the new update. I think they'll be testing it with the new update. That's my speculation. And I think that's the whole multiplayer thing is what's holding up the release of Light No Fire. That's just my speculation, but I really think that's what we're looking at. Okay, we got another B class. Interesting. Okay. All right, so we got 2 C's and 2 B's. Let's mark it. And color. Let's make this one blue and orange. There we go. So that's my speculation on it. That's what I think it's going to be. I am not going to get my hopes up. You can keep your disgusting runaway mold. Not going to get my hopes up. Especially with the disaster that was Remnant. And to be fair, Remnant wasn't that bad. But it was quite the disappointment.
Technology prepared.
Okay, this is a B class. Supercharged slot. The second slot's either here, here, or here. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Compare and claim. All right. Okay, so let's start with these 4 ships. Let's get these things up to the space station and check out their supercharged slots. Very interested to see what we got here. But that's my speculation on the on the No Man's Sky update. I think it's a PvP overhaul or some sort of a PvE overhaul. Or if anything, we may be getting some sort of a in-game boss battle, man. I think it's going to be like a boss fight or something. Hey, Cottrell, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you, brother? Good to see you. If nothing else, I think Hello Games is testing the multiplayer for Light No Fire in No Man's Sky. They want to ensure that it's going to work. If that's the case, Hello Games might be fixing the multiplayer for No Man's Sky, which would be pretty freaking amazing. But that's my speculation. That's what I think it's going to be. Okay, so let's check out these ships. Let's see. Options. Difficulty. Just so we can check out the supercharged. Okay, so it's already free. Perfect. Nice. But that's just my speculation. So right off the bat, we found a pretty decent looking ship. It's a good looking ship. I like this one. Very nice. And I like the light Sentinel fighters, man. I do like the light fighters. Light fighters with the bat wings. This is a good looking ship. Dorsal pincers, I think, would have been better, but I'll take the dorsal mohawk. That's just fine. That's just fine. Okay, so let's see what we got. Let's upgrade this thing and check it out. But yeah, that's my speculation. I think Hello Games is testing the multiplayer. So Deborah says it could also be a place for showing off your Corvettes as a coliseum for people to view Corvettes inside. True. That is absolutely true. That's actually a very good point. That is a good point. I would have to question, however, whether or not that's a good idea based on our ability to check out Corvettes, other players' Corvettes, in like the space stations or space anomaly, because that mechanic does exist. But you do have a point. You do have a very good point. I think Ultimately, it depends on how big the update's going to be, because that, so far, we don't know. We have a single emoji, and that's it. Now, if we get something like the cowboy or the gib, I think you're definitely onto something. It could be that big. Okay, what do we got? So this one is 2 plus 1 and 1. Unless the third supercharge slot's down here, this is a 2 plus 1 and 1. Let's check it out. Okay, let's see. Upgrade. Let's add some augmentations. I think it's right here. I think the supercharge slot's right there, but let's check it out. Nope, it's over here. So this is a 2 plus 1 and 1. All right. Okay, so this one is not worth keeping. Let's go ahead and scrap it. So we know that B class is a meh, not really worth it. The question is, what about those 2 C classes we picked up? Okay, so we want to begin salvage. Okay, so which one is this? That's the other B class. All right. Next. Stuart Laker says, I thought it could be events and the opening of the expedition. That's another good point. That's another very good point. That's another very good point. Hello Games very rarely releases just an expedition as an update. Very rarely. Usually, if it's like a major title update, and I think we're looking at another major title update, there's actual core content for the update in addition to the expedition. But this looks like a major title update. Okay, upgrade. Ooh. Check it out. Check it out. That second B class, 3 plus 1 supercharge slots. Or the first B class that we found, 3 plus 1 supercharge slots. That was the first one. That's the one with the yellow save beacon. That's the one with the yellow save beacon. So this B class is a keeper. This one is definitely a keeper. 3 plus 1 supercharge slots on that one. Very nice. Not bad for a 1-star system either. Not bad for an abandoned 1-star system. Okay, so now we know what this is. Now we know what this is. So we can revert the save. Yeah, we gotta revert the save. So hold on. Let's reload restore point, which means I have to get rid of the other one that I found because I have to change difficulty. I forgot to make a save point before upgrading that ship. Okay, so let's see. We're back to the old B class. That's the first one. And this is the one that was worth 15 million originally. All right. Okay, let's claim scrap on it. Oh, hold it. Before we do, hold on. Was there anything in this ship? No, there wasn't. Okay, let's scrap it. Just want to make sure we're not screwing up here. Salvage. And we'll go ahead and scrap this thing as a B class just because. Okay, there's my other B class. Okay, now this is the other B class. Okay, worth 17 mil. This is the other B class. So let's make a restore point. Okay, this one we're keeping. So Deborah says, could be a lot of things as a Coliseum is made to hold spectators, but they are watching is interchangeable. You are absolutely correct. It's true. It's true. That is absolutely true. Now, and this is exactly why I think the whole multiplayer thing, plays into this this new update. A whole bunch of player characters, 32 player characters in a session, whatever the player character cap is for multiplayer, just watching whatever's happening in the arena. Now, that being said, what's going to happen in the arena? What's happening in the arena? Are we looking at some gladiator type of fighting? What's going on here? So I think we're looking at a PvP overhaul. That's what I think it is. Okay, so let's make sure we scrap the right ship, please. Upgrade. Okay. Okay, yep, that's our ship. This one we're going to keep. Let's back out. Okay, reload restore point. So that we know. So Ozzy Bob, how's it going? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us.
Inventory full.
Oh, lady, leave me alone. So Ozzy Bob, since you're just joining us, we scored a B class 3+1. B class 3+1 light sentinel fighter, blue and black. Very nice ship. Okay, this one we're going to keep. So let's call up the C classes. Okay, so that's one of the C's. And that's the other C. So this is the second C class that we found. This is the one without the freaking save beacon. So let's see what we got for the C classes. We know that B class with the yellow save beacon is a 3+1. So we've got that location marked. Where to find upgrades? Upgrade ship. So what's that been watching? A bit numb. Had a dentist extraction. Oh my God, bro! You have my condolences, man. I hate the dentist. I absolutely hate the dentist. So Deborah says, would love it if the Coliseum was a dungeon with BCs to fight inside. So that's another very good point. Like I said before, No Man's Sky is missing like a final boss battle. We have bosses in No Man's Sky, but they're not much of a challenge. They're not much of a challenge, especially if you're like a late game player. So one thing we need is, like legit boss battles. And I think a dungeon style, boss battle would work. We have that sort of a gameplay mechanic in No Man's Sky already. They're called derelict freighters. We do have that, but there's nothing in a derelict freighter except a bunch of flying squid. And maybe some creepy crawlies, I guess. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, but Ozzy Bob, you had 3 teeth pulled? Yeah, the dentist, they're not touching my teeth. I don't care how bad my teeth. They're not touching my teeth. They can go kick rocks. That's why I brush the crap out of my teeth. I hate the dentist, man. I absolutely hate the freaking dentist. They suck. The dentists are not your friend. They're definitely not your friend. Okay, keep going. Yeah, I brush the crap out of my teeth, man. I am not going to the dentist anytime soon. Okay, upgrade. Let's get this thing up to an S class and check it out. Okay, so this, we could have another 3+1 here. We could have another 3+1. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's get some augments on this thing. Okay. Yep. That second C class, 3+1. The second C class is a 3+1, so this one is also a keeper. That second C class is a 3+1. But here's the deal. Since we found the B class as a 3+1, we can scrap the C class. We can scrap this one. Okay. Very nice. So we can scrap this one. Yeah, the Ozzy Bob. Yeah, the Swarm Beast. Yeah, the ones, the creepy crawlies that come out of those pulsating sacks in like the derelict freighters. Those things suck. But that's what the neutron cannon is for. That's what the neutron cannon is for. It makes short work of them. Okay, so that one is a keeper, but because we've already got the B class with 3 connected supercharge slots, we can scrap that one. So we can scrap this one. So that was a good find. This is turning out to be a really good. So Ozzy Bob says, like that Royal Guppy you found yesterday. It was a good-looking ship. It was a good-looking ship. The supercharge slots were spread out, so it wasn't that great. But it was a good-looking ship. One of these days, we need to host a live stream. Oh, hold on. Before we scrap it, give me that cyclotron. Give me this. Yes, please. Give me that. We'll totally yoink that. We need to do a live stream where we hunt for system starships, regular system ships, and royal exotics, specifically the crashed and abandoned ones. We've actually done that on stream before with some level of mild success, but it was pretty fun. Okay, so we want to salvage this one, so we're going to scrap the C class. Okay, so let's bring up this one. All right, and this is the first C class that we found with the red save beacon. Let's check it out. Okay, upgrade. That is not what I wanted to do, but okay, we can do that. Okay. All right, upgrade. Let's try that again. Oh, this way we can see what this is. Hopefully this is a good one because I've got an actual save beacon in the area. So let's find out. And thank you guys for stopping by. We actually found a good-looking ship today. We found a good-looking ship so far. So, like I always say, don't sleep on the one-star systems. All right, what do we got? Okay, so the first one is a 2+2. The first one is a 2+2. All right, so... Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Let's scrap this one. Now, the C class with 3+1 had its supercharged slot right here. Yeah, second from the left, second row down. So this is where the supercharged slot was. We can definitely find another one of those C classes on that planet. And what I can do is drop a save beacon there. That way, if you guys want that one, you'll know exactly where to find it. So the B class and that C class have 3 connected supercharged slots. I say we do that. So Ozzy says was using a bolt caster before. We'll try the neutron cannon now. Also, combo with paralysis mortar when they hatch. That's actually a good idea. I just don't like using the paralysis mortar because it's another ammo type you have to balance. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I just don't. I hate it. But I know the paralysis mortar does work, especially when you're dealing with the more troublesome, the quad walker sentinels, the spiders. It works pretty good against those. Okay, so let's do that. Let's scrap this one. Begin salvage. All right, there we go. Okay, let's upgrade. Oh, that's the one that was in my hangar. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, bring that B class back. Okay, let's upgrade this one. Because we've got these S-class upgrades. Let's plug those in. Let's plug in the ballista. That's its own weapon type. What else do we have? This is... Oh. We're going to hold on to that. don't put that one in. This is an X-class shield. We'll put that on our daily driver. That's another cyclotron. And let's see. Okay, yep, we'll plug in the infraknife. Let's plug this one in right here. Keep those. Hold on to all of the X-class modules so we can upgrade them. Pulse engine. There we go. Let's move that out of the way. That's hyperdrive. Let's move shields over here. Let's get rid of the rocket launcher. There we go. Move that out of the way. Photon cannon is meh. We can put this one over here somewhere. Okay, now let's try it. All right, shields. Yeah, we might as well upgrade this thing. Get these upgrades out of here. Put that there. And this is hyperdrive. There we go. And pulse engine. All right. Just cleaning up my inventory a bit. Okay, nice. These we can sell. All right, that works for me. Oh, that's a pulse spitter module. All right, let's go, people. Oh, before we go, let's get my other daily driver back out here. Perfect. And let's make a correction. Let's fix this. Standard. Apply. Okay, let's go. So Deborah says, I just use the neutron cannon and shoot the crap out of the room before going through. That's actually a really effective way to use it. The neutron cannon is probably one of the best area of effect weapons in the game, without a doubt. I agree. Okay, life in freaking compatible. Where's our Sentinel planet? Right there. Okay. Let's go to the red save beacon. Now, the red save beacon is the 2+2. We don't need that one because that's not even worth it. The red save beacon is not worth it. The yellow save beacon is. So let's grab that red save beacon because that ain't worth it. Oof. Motion sickness. Really bad motion sickness. Keep your pugnium. Okay, let's get that save beacon. Give me that. We'll take that. Let's make a new restore point. And what we're going to do is see if we can't find another one of those C classes. So let's do that. Again, just in case you guys want that C class and the B class, we'll mark the locations. That way you can come by and pick them up. I personally think they're good looking ships. Yeah, both 3+1. So not bad. So Ozzy Bob says the PM is great against quads and walkers. Gives you enough time to reload. Yeah, it does. It actually gives you more than enough time to reload. They're really good against those pesky spider mechs. They're really good against the pesky spider mechs. Especially the big ones. But because the paralysis mortar also has area of effect, you can stun quite a few enemies at once. All right, what do we got? We have, okay, it's another B class, 53 mil. B class, 53 mil. Why is this thing worth so much money? Why is this one worth so much money? Somebody explain that one to me. Why is that one worth so much money? Let's drop a save beacon here. We're looking specifically for that C class. So we'll drop a save beacon here. If at all possible. Hold on. Once activated, okay, hold on. Get rid of this. All right, let's try that again. Oh. Huh? Chat? Chat? What just happened? Wait, what? What just... hold on a second. Hold on. Pump the brakes. Hold on a second. Hold on. Am I losing my French toast mind here? Yeah, so Jesse Bloom says it's worth so much because it's not orange. You're not wrong about that one. But wait a minute. This is what... huh? Hold on a second. No. Hold on. Let me go to my inventory right now to show you guys that I'm not losing my French toast mind. Okay, this is the B class right here. It's the same freaking ship. Did this thing respawn? It respawned just like that. Yeah, Ozzy Bob. I just picked this ship up. They're the same freaking ship. It's the same ship. That's why my save beacon is here. It's the same ship. So yeah, this is a 3+1. This one is a 3+1. Supercharged slots are right here. This is a 3+1. You've got one supercharged slot here, the other one here. Upgraded to an S class. They're all right here. This I gotta see. I gotta see this one. This I gotta see. Let's make another restore point. Yeah, Stuart Laker, Groundhog Day again. I can't believe that ship just respawned like that. I can't believe it. This I gotta see. It's the same freaking ship. It's the same ship respawn. I have never seen this before. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that Sentinel ships will respawn over time. This thing respawned instantly. It respawned instantly. I'm out of here. We're leaving. I'm going to lose my mind. We're leaving. So Deborah says, but it has a different name. Yeah, exactly. It has a different name. It's the same ship. I'm telling you guys, it's the same ship. This is the one that I just picked up. We upgraded it to an S class. It's got 3+1 supercharge slots. That's why I dropped the yellow save beacon there in advance, just in case. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a Sentinel ship respawn that quickly. More to the point, it doesn't. Because we picked up the brain and everything else, there is no brain. Deborah, yeah, exactly. The save beacon doesn't lie. So Ozzy Bob says maybe because you did reload at the station. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. But even reloading at the station shouldn't. If you've collected the ship, if you've claimed the ship, reloading at the station shouldn't cause it to respawn that quickly. I'm losing my freaking mind. I am losing my freaking mind. We're leaving. We're out of here. We're leaving. New restore point. Okay, so we know it's over here. I can't believe that. That's just weird. That is weird. So let's see if it marked the same ship. And see, and Ozzy, that's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe it's because I respawned at the station, but even if you respawn at the space station, respawning doesn't, respawning or reloading, at the station doesn't respawn the ship immediately unless you made the save point prior to claiming the ship, which wasn't the case here. Because we grabbed the ship, I made the save point by getting in another ship. And we even made a save point on the station after determining that B class
incoming storm
had 3+1 slots on it. That is weird, man. I have never seen that before. I learned something new today. This game never ceases to amaze me, I swear. Best game ever, man. I'm telling you, best game ever. Especially if you're a Starship hunter. Let's do one more really quickly, and we'll be on our way. I know what I'm looking for. This has to be a C-class with the supercharged slot, second row down, second from the left. That's going to be our ship. So Deborah says it knows you want to make the money. Yeah, exactly. we want a money grind. That's what it is. Okay, this one is C-Class, 28,000. This could be our ship. What do we got for scrap? You can keep your pugnium. Okay, let's take a really quick look at this one, and we'll reload. Glass, brain, pugnium.
technology prepared.
Okay, this is a completely different C-Class ship. This one's completely different. Okay. Compare, claim. All right. And this one, I guess we can leave a save beacon here just in case. So let's make this one. What color do we want this? We'll keep this to default, white and orange, just in case. We'll keep that one default. All right, next. Where's it at? There we go. The only way to hunt for ships. Okay, that one's 40 seconds. And hopefully you guys are all doing well. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't done so, please hit that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. This planet's lost its freaking mind. So Jesse Bloom says, did Hello Games have a change of heart as their favorite color? Usually the ships are orange, but this time they've been blue. The default color for Sentinel ships is orange, yes. But Sentinel ships can be found in almost any color in the game. So typically it depends on which planet you go to. We found a bunch of orange Sentinel ships yesterday. We found a bunch of them. But one of the reasons we're farming for this one is because, well, first of all, it's blue. Second of all, it's a nice light Batwing style fighter. And third, we know that there's a B class and a C class on this planet with 3+1 supercharge slots. So that's why we're hunting. You know, there's nothing wrong with the orange colored Sentinel ships. The problem is that they're all orange. There are a bunch of them. That's the problem. Okay, it is another B class. And it's another B class. Give me that Radiant Shard. Give me that. Give me that money. Radiant Shards are worth a lot of money. There we go. So we got another B class. I think what we'll do is just grab this B class. We'll check out these two ships when we get back to the station and go from there. Now, before we go anywhere else, glass, brain, oh my gosh, Pugnium.
Technology prepared.
Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. This could be an I4, or could be a 2+1 and 1, or 2+2. Let's get it up to the station and find out. Let's drop a save beacon just in case. And let's color this one. Let's make this one red. Let's do this one in red. All right. Let's grab it and go. Compare and claim. All right, let's go. So Guitar Guy 80 says, all these orange ships and my first Sentinel ship was gray. Sounds like you got lucky. Sounds like you got lucky. So Jesse Bloom says, my first was orange with black accents. My very first Sentinel ship was white. It was white. It was a white dragonfly with fangs. White dragonfly with fangs, medium wings. All right, let's check out these two ships, and we'll go to the next star system. That was my very first Sentinel ship. And that was back in the day when the Interceptor update first released, and Sentinel ships were worth a lot of money. So Guitar Guy 80 says it's a heavy fighter with static rear dorsal and ventral extensions. Ah, I've seen that one. Definitely seen that one. Actually, we found quite a few of those during yesterday's streams. Yeah, the heavy fighters. Excuse me. No tank feet. Yeah, I haven't found a ship with tank feet in a while, man. It's been a bit. Okay, so this is that B class we just found. Let's scope it out. Before we do, hold on. Change difficulty. Free. All right. All right, let's do it. Stuart Laker says, I don't have an orange ship. I have quite a few. I don't so much mind the orange color, but we found some really horrendous orange ships yesterday. It was bad. I'm talking it was bad, bad. Upgrade. So this is a pretty cool find, man. I like this ship. This one I like. Okay, this is it. We got another one. Another 3+1. We got another 3+1. This planet is golden. This planet is freaking golden for the 3+1s, man. This is a good planet. There's another B class with a 3+1. So, the 2 B class Sentinel ships with the save beacons are 3+1. Those 2 are 3+1. So yeah, another one. Very nice, isn't it? Another 3+1. So Guitar Guy 80, yeah, it's a moon. It's a moon. That moon is golden, yes. Okay. Absolutely love that music, by the way. All right, so what we're going to do is scrap this one. We're going to scrap this one because I already have the B class with 3 connected supercharge slots. So we're going to scrap this one just because we don't need the extras. So let's do that. Before we do, hold on. Put that back to standard for the time being. All right. So let's scrap this one. Okay. Let's see. Let's make sure that is the wrong ship, or not the wrong ship. Okay, this is the one we're keeping. This is another 3+1, so we're keeping this one. That one we keep. Okay, so this one was the C class. That's the C class that we just found. C class, yep. Let's make a new restore point so we don't screw up. All right, let's see what we got. Difficulty. Okay, we also have a save beacon in the location of this C class just in case. Just in case. Upgrade. Stuart Laker says, mine has tank feet. You know, I haven't had very much luck finding ships with tank feet recently. Hopefully we can find some today. Hopefully. Upgrade. Now that being said, I have a couple of ships with tank feet on them, with the tank treads. Okay, and yep. That I'm telling you guys, that moon is loaded. That moon is freaking loaded. Another 3+1. Now, what are the chances that this is an L4? What are the chances that this is an L4? Hold on a second. We got to find out, man. We got to find out. We have to find out. There are save beacons in the locations of all 3 of these ships, so you guys should be able to find these. We want to upgrade augments. What are the chances that this is that's an L4? Oh, okay, never mind. It's right here. It's right there. So that's another 3+1. That C class is another 3+1. Very nice. That moon is loaded. I'm telling you guys right now, that moon is absolutely loaded. Okay, so we're going to scrap this one because we've already have the ship that we want. So we're good. Standard. Okay, salvage. Yeah, Guitar Guy 80, 3+1 moon. That moon is golden. That one is definitely golden. Okay, claim scrap. All right, nice. Let me get my new daily driver out here. Let's get the new daily driver out here just in case. Let's switch. We just switched difficulty back, didn't we? Yes, we did. Let's invest some of that money. How much money we got? Let's upgrade the storage on this thing. Let's upgrade the storage on this thing. Why not? This one is definitely a keeper. Upgrades. I don't have augments storage. Let's put one there. Might as well spend some of this money, and let's put one here. There we go. Perfect. Might as well spend some of that money. And let's see. Shields. Pulse engine. Although that can go right there. I'm going to have to move all this at some point. And hyperdrive. Okay, we already did hyperdrive. Hold on. There we go. Pulse engine. All right. Okay, that's better. That's better. So here's what I think. Here's what I think I am going to do. This is a 1-star system, so let's drop a base here. And what we can do, because we got plenty of those.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Let's find a harmonic camp. Let's drop a base there, and we'll name it. Not bad at all. That is a good planet right there, or good moon. That's a very good moon right there. So what we're going to do is drop a base really quickly. And we'll proceed to the next system. I wasn't expecting to find a whole bunch of ships with 3+1 supercharge slots. I did not expect this one. I did not expect that. This was a golden find right here. You know, 4 connected supercharge slots would have been better, but I am not complaining. Seriously? There's a bunch of bone collectors over here. What do these guys want? Oh. So we apparently... Oh, no. This is a scrapyard. Okay, that's a waste heap. That's actually a waste heap. I did not realize that. Get me out of here. We want nothing to do with that. We want nothing to do with that. That's an actual waste heap. No thank you. No thanks. We're done with the garbage collecting thing. No thanks. Land the ship, please. Thank you. So Stuart Laker says, I maxed out my money, which spoiled the game, so I spend it on expansion slots in my Radiant Pillar. Yeah, exactly. That's what I use the money for. You know, maxing out the money doesn't spoil the game for me because you can use the money legit to upgrade your other ships. That's why if and whenever I scrap a Starship and it's an S-Class, or if I'm testing the supercharge slots, for example, Hova Mendoza, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And I scrap the ship, and it gives me these S-Class upgrades. What I will do is plug these S-Class upgrades into my other ships. You know, might as well. I can either do that or I can sell them. which in most cases I'll do. I'll just sell them. That way, I'm not, just collecting these things without any need for them. All of your starships will need S-class or even X-class, shields, hyperdrive, and pulse engine. So that's what I use those for. Okay, so we're going to drop a base right here. Is it me, or is this thing buried in the ground? It's buried in the ground. It's buried in the ground. Thanks, Hello Games. Let's reload restore point. The actual camp is like it's like a meter underground. What is this? Or in the ground. Let's reload and see if we can't reset it. That is hilarious. Nope, it didn't work. It didn't work. Everything is in the ground. That's funny. Okay, let's drop a base computer. Jet Black, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. All right. Base computer. Yeah, exactly. No Man's Sky Underground Edition. They call this No Man's Sky Minecraft Edition. Okay. Claim sites. Oh, there's a comm station over there too. Nice. Yeah, I think we'll drop a structure. Oh, let's give it a door. Because all houses have doors. Ramp. Windows, because we all like Windows. Well, I don't like Windows 11. I don't know about you guys. Windows 11 sucks. Okay, give it some power. Solar panels. Biofuel reactor. Battery. And save point. There we go. Perfect. And that is by far going to be the most efficient way to find those ships if we want them. All right, let's charge up the biofuel reactor.
Technology recharge.
Okay, piece of cake. Let's relocate the ship. That is hilarious. All the harmonic scrap is underground. Man, this place never ceases to amaze me, I swear. Okay, so let's park the ship here so we can get a good picture of it. There we go. Okay, let's call this, first of all, new picture. Because this is, after all, a photo op. There we go. Perfect picture. Okay, let's call this one. This is a light Sentinel fighter. Light fighter 3+1 SC Moon all day. There we go. So you guys know what's here. Upload. All right, we're done. Stupid gravity distortions. Let me, excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Let me access the terminus. Thank you. So Hope Mendoza says, question, can I use a VPN to log in to a game? My service provider seems to be blocking me from doing so. Yes, you can. Yes. But I guess the question is, why is your ISP blocking you from logging into to a game? First of all, which game are you having trouble logging into? That's the question. Which game is it? But yeah, you can use a VPN to mask your public IP address and reroute your data through a data center in another country. But yeah, you can do that. So GTA Online. So Over Mendoza, before you do that, Grand Theft Auto Online is really buggy right now. There's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with GTA Online. A lot of players are experiencing problems logging in, just simply logging into the game. And that's been a problem since the beginning of the event week. So I don't think that's anything that your ISP is doing. I think that's a problem on Rockstar's end. But there have been some real problems with players being unable to log in. So yeah, error code 4, yeah. So I don't think that's on. I don't think that's your ISP. I think that's Rockstar Games. So Jesse Bloom says Rockstar servers have been having a lot of issues. I looked at the server status earlier, and there was thousands of reported problems. Yeah, I know, right? They all began at the beginning of this event week. Last Thursday, as a matter of fact. So whatever they did, they broke their login servers or their matchmaking servers, if you will. We got to remember that Grand Theft Auto Online is peer-to-peer for their network. So their servers don't host matchmaking; they only facilitate it. But of course, if you can't access their servers to access another host session, you can't access it. You can't get into a session, unless, of course, you're playing invite only. Hold it. We found a 1-star Corvax. Hold it. Where's it at? I just found it. 1-star Corvax. Go back. Go back. Yeah, 1-star Corvax. Hold on. Found it. Let's go. Time to leave this wretched star system. Okay, first contact. And pardon me for just a second. Getting a little warm in here. Pardon me for a sec. Yeah, guys, I'll be right back. Sit tight for just a second. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. Just had to verify my son's tutoring schedule to make sure he didn't miss his class today. Okay, Sinister RC, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you guys for waiting. Just had to take a really quick pause to make sure everything was okay. Because my son attends tutoring classes in the afternoon after school. So we need to make sure he was on tap for that. But it's all good. Okay, what do we got? Low atmosphere, viridescent. Nice. Blistering damp. Why is it? Can I find a viridescent planet with nice weather, please? Thank you. Let's mark it. Okay, icy moon, tropical, arid, or acrid, excuse me, sub-zero. All right, we got the planet marked. This is a 1-star. Not expecting a whole lot. Yeah, we were talking about Rockstar's busted servers earlier. Yeah, their servers are busted. They're busted. Hold on, before we go, hold on a second. And I had a problem last week when I tried to log in for on Thursday to begin recording data or video, excuse me, for my weekly update. And I got kicked out of a public session because I was trying to win the car. We'll take this one because we're going to scrap it. I will take that phase beam, though. We will joint that phase beam. And don't worry, because I have a better one. I found an S-class of one of these yesterday. So we found an S-class yesterday. So yeah, this is a C-class. We're going to scrap this one to make some space. Let's get to the space station. So I logged in to GTA 5 Online. The Thursday of the event so that I could record footage for Vincent's dispatch work, the new missions, and immediately got kicked from session. I was in a public session trying to win the prize ride too, and for whatever reason I lost control of my player character. All the players began dropping out of the session, and all of a sudden I was randomly kicked. Now remember, I played this game from the console, so this wasn't any sort of a mod or hack or anything like that. If it were PC, then of course it's questionable. But I was dumbfounded, and I began thinking that maybe it was some sort of an exploit. No, there wasn't an exploit. There's a problem with Rockstar's servers right now. And it's been happening the entire event week, so hopefully they get a hold of it. These are the ugliest multi-tools I've ever seen. That thing is oogly. We do need to speak to the multi-tool guy. Let's see if he's got a neutron cannon upgrade for us. Scatter blaster, blaze javelin, scanner, geology cannon. Yep, I'll take that.
Product received.
We'll take that neutron cannon upgrade, sir. Thank you. The X-Class and S-Class upgrades for the neutron cannon have the same stats. That's why we're going for the neutron cannon. Okay, this ship we're going to scrap because I found an S-Class of one of these yesterday. So there's no reason to keep this one. Let's make sure we got everything out, although this one does look better than the one I just found. Okay, yeah, we'll scrap this C-Class because it's a C-Class and we don't need it. Okay, begin salvage. All right, there we go. Why do I have this crappy A-class shield? Get rid of that. Get rid of that BS. Hold on a second. We got a better shield than that. Give me that. All right, that's better. Get that crap out of here. Okay, A-class pulse engines. Boo. That's a cadmium drive. Okay. I need to upgrade my radiant pillar. Pulse engine. So, let's see. One of those is a blueprint, I think. Yep, one of those is a blueprint. We'll put that there. And this is hyperdrive. Okay, so what... 205, 230, 166, 2, okay, get rid of this one. And the X-Class is one of, yeah, get rid of this one. Goodbye. Get rid of that. Okay, that's better. Okay, we can sell the C-Class. Let's sell some of this stuff. Because we got a bunch of junk in our inventory. Alright. Swap ships. Yeah, I just need to do a little bit of housekeeping before we proceed. Sell. Recycle circuitry.
Units received.
Indium scrap.
Units received.
AI valves.
Units received.
Subatomic regulators.
Units received.
Nano cables.
Units received.
Perfect. Okay, let's get rid of the extra upgrades. The C-Class and B-Class, because we don't need those. Let's talk to this guy, the Starship vendor. Hey, buddy. Okay, we want to sell. Okay, that looks good. Okay, let's make a new restore point and proceed. And hopefully everybody out there is doing well. Thank you guys for joining us today. This is an impromptu No Man's Sky live stream. Emoji update hype stream, by the way. The emoji update hype stream, because Sean Murray did post an emoji. Yeah, we have our speculation as to exactly what the update's going to be about. I think we're getting a PvP overhaul, or perhaps maybe even a PvE overhaul. And I think Hello Games finally figured out what's wrong with the multiplayer. So I think it's also a multiplayer overhaul as well. That's what I think it is, a multiplayer overhaul. Deborah had a very good point earlier. We could be looking at some sort of a new type of dungeon. I think it's going to be a major boss fight. I think that's probably what it's going to be. Either way, I'm not going to get my hopes up because it's still too early to tell. Cottrell says, I really hope it's a good update. At least more fun than the last one. The Remnant update was a disappointment. It was. I liked the Expedition. I thought the Expedition was fine. But the core content was just bad. It just wasn't that great. When I first began playing through Remnant, I was done with the entire content in 20 minutes. I was finished with it in 20 minutes. It was a very lackluster update. But I think the whole point behind the update was for Hello Games to try out new physics and new gameplay mechanics, all of which are going to be represented in Light No Fire when it's released. So that's why I think the upcoming update is probably Hello Games' attempt to test out any changes or upgrades to multiplayer, because Light No Fire is going to be heavily multiplayer based. Not saying that we won't be able to play the game solo, we can, but I think the game itself will largely be mostly multiplayer focused. As a result, the multiplayer is going to have to work. Which brings me to my next speculation, or my next conspiracy theory. I think once they figure out multiplayer in No Man's Sky, I think Light No Fire is going to release soon after. Not soon after, but I think it'll release sometime this year. The main sticking point has to be the multiplayer. All right, what do we got here? What the actual crap is this? They get worse. That is the grossest ship I've ever seen. Okay. You guys out there in chat know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm going to say. You know, we spent the better part of 3 hours yesterday finding ships exactly like this one. Yeah, a hammerhead heavy fighter. This is not a hauler. It's not a hauler. It's a heavy fighter. Hammerhead heavy fighter. With dorsal and ventral stabilizers that do articulate. But this ship is ugly. This is an ugly ship. That ship is ugly. Now, I know that there's one or two of you weirdos out there that like this ship. If you like that ship, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. So Stuart Laker says it's your favorite color. There's nothing wrong with the color. There's something wrong with that ship. There's nothing wrong with the color. There's something wrong with the whole freaking ship. It's the whole ship. All right, we're not even going to stop for this one. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're out of here. Reload restore point. We're leaving. That is a whole lot of nope. Ozzy Bob says, seen worse, not by much. Now, I don't think I've seen worse than that. I don't think I've seen worse than that, disaster. That is a disaster right there. We're out of here, man. We're leaving. We are leaving. We're gone. Screw this place. All right, so that's our first ugly ship for today. Yeah, like I said, we're hitting all the one-star systems too. We were skipping one-star systems yesterday. We're not going to do that today. We'll hit the one-star systems on the way out because, as you guys saw, the first one-star system that we hit during this live stream gave us that very cool light Sentinel fighter with 3+1 supercharge slots. Yeah, exactly. It's so ugly, it's oogly. That ship is oogly. Okay, we got to store some stuff. Let's put these upgrades away. We got a buku butt ton of upgrades in here that we don't need. All right, let's see. Put those away. Bolt caster.
Inventory full.
So this is, what was this? This was pulse spitter. X-class pulse spitter. These are salvaged carrier modules, so those don't count. That's Infraknife. Okay. Next. Let's drop off the glass because we don't need it. We've got plenty of brains. Let's refine the brains. Give me them nanites. Let's refine a stack of 10 brains for some money. It's 2,300 nanites. Yes, please.
Technology recharge.
All right, just trying to clean up my inventory. All right, let's go take a look and see what we got. Giannis, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. How are you? Okay, so that was a one-star Corvax. The Galactic Core is that way. All right. Let's keep heading toward the Galactic Core. Yeah. The hyperspace path is way off, by the way. Okay, Atlas Station. Hold it, hold it, hold it. That was... Okay, there's a 1-star Viking Y-class system, purple. Let's check it out. Now, to be clear, we're not only hunting for 1-star systems, but we're going to hit the 1-star systems on our way to the Galactic Core. Again, there are some pretty decent starships in 1-star systems, but that last starship looked like a key fob from like a petrol station. It looked like a key fob from a petrol station. That's what it looked like. You know when you go to like the fueling stations in the States, you ask to use the restroom. They give you a key with like a 2x4 attached to it so that you don't steal the key. That's what that Sentinel ship looked like. That's what it looked like. Okay, upload. What do we got? Windswept. Torrid. 12 fauna. Market. Okay, that's a hot planet. All right. Airless. Rusty metal. Lifeless. Bountiful. And barren. Man, this star system sucks. All right, let's go. So Yana says, doing good. I'm currently out of town visiting family. Nice. Well, I hope your family's doing well. Before we go, suspicious package goods. Give me those so we can break those down. Suspicious shield module. Yeah, we got a bunch of staff parts in here too. Okay. Bunch of glass. Give me that glass. Just trying to make some room. Cargo bulkhead. So that's where they are. Move those. Yeah, we got some random cargo bulkheads that are sitting here, and they don't need to be. Okay. We did pull that, didn't we? All right. Let's make sure we didn't put anything else in here by accident that we don't need. All right, the glass can go over here. Just doing a little bit of housekeeping. I try to keep up on this because this is ridiculous. All right, so let's see. Okay, that's better. Much better. Okay, we are ready. Let's go. Just needed to clean up my inventory a bit. Yeah, I have a real problem with collecting stuff. Although, hold on. Yeah, what is this? Oh. Quantum accelerator and a repair kit. Nice, I'll take that repair kit. Okay, first stop at the space station. Let's check out the multi-tool, see what we got. So Stuart Laker says, hopefully they fit the hit boxes for the crates. Or fix the hit boxes. Yeah, I know, right? That's always been a bit of a sticking point in No Man's Sky. How the sometimes the actual hit boxes between your target reticle and the actual hitbox for the item just seem a bit off. They're going to make me travel all that way? My freighter captain did a bad job of parking the freighter. He did a lousy job. Let's check out the multi-tool, see if it's any good. Might be an experimental, you never know. It's not. It's ugly. Ugh. Oof. That's an ugly one. Ah, check that out. This is an experimental multi-tool. That's an optical drill. Nice. That's not bad. This is an experimental multi-tool. This is the base multi-tool that you get at the beginning of the game. It looks like this one, except yours is red. But the overall design is that of an experimental. It's an experimental pistol. And they're basically three types. You've got this one, which is what you start with. You've got a pistol with a fatter cowling on it. And of course, you've got the experimental rifles. So yeah, that's an experimental multi-tool. Not something that I would really keep because it looks like your base multi-tool. So, but it is an experimental. Make a new restore point. All right, here we go. What do we got? Oh, give me them nanites, please. Thank you. And I hope everybody out there is doing well. Thank you guys for joining us this afternoon. Please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Are we there yet? Nope. Yeah, we got lucky with this one. We got lucky with this one. Definitely got lucky with this one. Not a bad looking Sentinel ship at all. Everything else has been kind of questionable. So Hope Mendoza says, Jay Hardy, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Says, let's see here. Try to VPN, can log in, but can't enter the game. It says check for outages. Going crazy. Yeah, I haven't tried to log into Grand Theft Auto Online today. So Hope Mendoza, are you on PC or console? Are you on PC or console? I think Jackknife Finnegan tried to get in because he was hosting a live stream. I think he managed to get in without too much difficulty. So you're on PC? Okay, that might explain it. Console seems to be up right now. So I'm not sure if PC is going through some sort of an outage. That's just, that's weird. And PC just stays broken anyway. The PC version of Grand Theft Auto stays broken.
Storm clearing.
Okay, so looks like we have a heavy Sentinel fighter. This is either a heavy or a hauler. It's either a heavy or a hauler. We're waiting for the storm to clear up so we can see exactly what it is we're looking at. Oh my
Extreme
gosh.
temperature detected.
They get worse. Ugh. God. So you guys out there in chat know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. I swear, we just found the orange version of this exact ship. We just found the orange version of this exact ship in the previous station, the previous system. It was the same ship, except it was orange. The rear stabilizers were just a little bit different, but it's the same freaking ship. The Quaz, what's up? You know what I'm talking about. I swear we just found this ship. So this is a heavy Sentinel fighter. This thing, oh my God, this thing is ugly. So he says, looks like something the Joker would fly. I know, right? Something the Joker would fly. And Dragonheart, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Wow, this ship is so ugly, its receipt is just an apology letter. We're sorry you had to buy this ship. God, that thing is ugly. We're not even stopping for this one. We're leaving. We're out of here. Reload. Yeah, exactly. Orange and electric mucus. Nope. We're leaving. Reload. We're out of here. We're not even going to waste a carrier AI fragment on this one. Reload. Screw this place. Yeah, the Joker's Uber. God, oh man, that's the okay. We're 1 for 2. We're 1 for 2 today. One pretty decent ship, and 2 ugly AF ships, man. 2 ugly AF ships. I swear that ship is so ugly it's oogly. All right, get me out of here. This whole star system sucks. The whole star system sucks. The whole star system can go kick rocks. I don't care. We're out of here. We're leaving. The sooner the better. Get me out of this wretched star system. Oh, what a disappointment. All right, so we're still headed toward the galactic core. Hyperdrive has no fuel. The Emperor has no pants. Emperor still has no pants. Hold on a second. There we go.
Technology recharge.
He's got pants now. Man, that ship was ugly. Okay, we're going in that direction. Let's go this way. Hold it. That's Outlaw, 1 star. We just hit one of those, but okay. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah, we got really lucky with the first 1 star Korvax system. That blue Sentinel light fighter is pretty fire. 3+1 supercharge slots all day long, man. Okay. Okay, small system, what do we got? Icy, high energy, and rocky. 4 fauna, okay, mark it. That means we got a ship on that planet. Or moon. We got a ship on the moon. Let's go. If you say no fauna or no life detected or 1 fauna, then there's no Sentinel ship on that planet or moon. So no point in sticking around. Let's go to the space station, check out the multi-tool. And I hope everybody out there is doing well. Thank you guys for stopping by today. If you haven't done so, please hit the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. This is another abandoned station. Nice. Abandoned system, actually. Nice. Maybe we'll get lucky again this time. Maybe we'll get lucky again. We don't want to do that. Let's go over here. Okay, where's the free stuff? There it is. Give me your free stuff. I will take that. Exosuit expansion slot. Even though I don't need it, I'll take it anyway. C-Class fleet units. C-Class movement module. I can sell those. We can definitely sell those. Nice. You're noising on my noise. So Giannis says, do you think there will be? We'll get the. Do you think that we will get bail off to the next update? Yeah, that's guaranteed. The next weekly update for GTA 5 Online is double cash and RP on bail enforcement. Yes. Rockstar made that announcement last week. So they put 2 weeks worth of updates, information in the current weekly update newswire. So yeah, that's been confirmed. Bail office is double cash and RP for the upcoming event week. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I was kind of hoping that for the next major update for No Man's Sky, Hello Games would allow us to rebuild, or should I say repopulate, abandoned star systems. I think that would be a very good player arc. And not only that, it would add what's called a background simulation to No Man's Sky, because we already have the ability to see discoveries made by other players whenever we go to their star systems. The one thing we can't do in No Man's Sky so far is claim abandoned star systems, because there are plenty of abandoned star systems in No Man's Sky. Plenty. And they're all unexplored because there's nothing there. So if the gameplay mechanic exists for us to repopulate a star system. If you guys remember the Utopia expedition, Utopia was just that. You had to bring back the economy in a star system because everybody just left. The economy sucked. So we know that gameplay mechanic exists in No Man's Sky. I think Hello Games could expand on it by allowing us to rebuild or just build space stations and rebuild existing space stations when they're abandoned. That gameplay mechanic does exist in the game. Hopefully they'll kind of bring that to fruition, I hope. Okay, we're flying upside down. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, we got a dragonfly. It's a dragonfly. Everybody's favorite color too. It's orange. Let's take a look at it before we get out. Okay, so... Ooh, it's got tank treads. It's got tank treads. Alright, let's get on foot. This one's got tank treads on it. Hold on. And all the thrusters are lit, too. All the thrusters are lit. Nice. 7 thrusters plus the tank feet. Very nice. Okay, so what we have... It's about time we got a good-looking ship. Okay, camera mode. This is... Sunlight, please. Thank you. If we can get a good look at it. So, this is a medium Sentinel fighter. Heavy dragonfly wings. All thrusters are lit. Tank tread landing gear. With medium wings. It's got the hammerhead. Hammerhead, but it has a jaw. And it's got a face. Not bad. Johnny Wick, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. If you can ignore the orange color, this is a pretty decent looking ship. Jet Black says PC GTA was unstable today. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Gravesight put up a video on his channel about it, but Gravesight does a lot of whining, so I don't really watch his content. But he put up a video on his channel about it. The PC version has been unstable since the beginning of the event week. Yeah, Ozzy Bob, this one is a full package. Okay, let's get back to talking about this ship. So if you guys want this medium Sentinel fighter, the heavy dragonfly wings, medium wings, it's got a set of medium wings on it. Medium wings and bladed skirt wings. Okay, which is not bad. And tank tread landing gear. And it's got a face. Tank tread landing gear with a face. If you guys want this Sentinel ship, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This is the Euclid Galaxy. Stuart Laker says gonna hunt for that one. Yeah, this one I think is worth a hunt. It's a B class. This one is a B class. Okay, so what we're going to do is what we did before. I think this one is worth a hunt. This is a 1-star Viking system. This is a 1-star Viking, so we're not going to find an S-class. This is the first starship for this system at minus 1.69 and plus 169.73. This is a B-class Sentinel fighter. Let's drop a save beacon. This one could have pretty decent supercharge slots on it, so let's check it out. Oops. Color. Let's make this one red. First one will be red. Yeah, this one is definitely worth a hunt, even though it's orange. I mean, come on. This thing is almost a total package. Okay. Brain. Pugnium.
Technology prepared.
Okay. This is promising. Very promising. Very promising. So we're looking, this could be a 3+1. This could be a 3+1. So this supercharged slot is where we want it to be. This one, not so much, but this could be a 3+1. So not bad. Let's grab this thing and go. Compare. Okay. Let's go. Let's find another one. Let's grab this B class. Let's grab a couple of C class, get them up to the station. And we'll take a look at them. Hey, Mick B. What's up, brother? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. How are you today? Thanks for stopping by. Everybody, Mick B is a fellow content creator. He's part of the Odd Fam here. If you guys haven't done so, please go to his channel. Check that man out and show him some love. It's good to see you, brother. Thanks so much for joining us, man. How are you? Yeah, this thing is a total package. This is a total package. Not bad. So 19 seconds. That's what she said. I hope that's not what she said. Will you kindly land the ship, please? Yeah, we can't land the ship. Hold on a minute. There we go. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that was painful. Land the ship. Let's see what kind of stuff we got here. Hold on, I gotta reload. For whatever reason. Give it a second. Yeah, disable auto uploads. Not now. Yeah, servers have been kind of wonky recently. Let's reload the restore point. Let's reload the restore point. Yeah, for whatever reason, hitboxes weren't showing up, or the icons weren't showing up, so let's reload.
Inventory full.
All right, let's try that again. Okay, that's better. So what do we have for scrap? Keep your rusty metal. No, thank you. This is a C class. Okay, that's fine. Let's grab it and go. Before we go, let's drop a... Oh, crap. Incoming meteor shower. Seriously? That is not funny. That is not funny. Okay, this one we will make... let's make this one blue, yellow and blue. Before we get murked out by a meteor shower. Okay, glass. Brain. Pugnium, excuse me, brain.
Technology prepared.
Okay, supercharged slots here. Not really hopeful on this one. It could have 4 connected supercharged slots, but you never know. Let's grab it. And go. Okay. Stupid meteor shower. Okay, let's, we got the save beacon in place. Let's hunt for another ship. Let's grab a couple of these, take them up to the station, and we'll check them out. Because they could be pretty decent. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you haven't done so, please hit that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Yeah, we were talking earlier today about the potential update for No Man's Sky. What we don't know is when the update's going to release. It may release sometime this week. But the other keys haven't fallen yet. For example, the game's not on sale on any of the platforms. It's not on sale on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo yet, or GOG. So once the game goes on sale, then we'll pretty much get an idea of exactly when the update will release. So we're not quite there yet.
Thermal protection falling.
Always grab your radiant shards because these things are worth some money. Radiant shards are always worth money. Okay, this is another B class. A lot of B classes on this planet. Okay, you can keep that. Okay, let's drop another save beacon. And we will make this one. Oh, we did yellow and blue. Let's do blue and orange. Okay, there we go. All right, let's grab it. And Pugnium.
Technology repaired.
Okay, again, not really in a good spot, so these are probably spread out as well. But we'll find out when we get it up to the station. Let's grab it and go. All right. I think we can find one more. So let's do that. So, Buddha-shen, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. I think we can find one more ship. So let's do that.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Okay, so Kenneth Jenkins, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the channel. All right, let's go. All right, 2 minutes. And what we'll do is take these ships up to the station and evaluate them and see what the supercharge slots are. And see if they're any good. All right, are we there yet? Nope. Like I said, not a bad looking ship. Orange color notwithstanding. Okay, and this one is another C class. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. So scrap, Pugnium. Which ship is this? That was a B. So this is another C. Okay, let's grab this one. Let's drop a save beacon. And get this one up to the station. And this one we'll leave orange and white. We'll leave that one, that's fine. Okay, glass, brain, and pugnium.
Technology repaired.
Okay, this is kind of what we're looking for right here. We want the supercharged slots on the ends, if at all possible. That gives us, well, on the end and in the second slot. We don't want them in the top as a C class because that probably dictates that we're going to have spread out supercharged slots, but you never know. It's all done randomly, but your chances of having good supercharged slot convergence is with your supercharged slots in the second row, at least as a C class anyway. All right, claim. Okay, let's get these things up to the station. Oh, we do have a save beacon. Yes, we do. Let's go. We might have a winner here. We might have a winner. Yeah, we got really lucky at the beginning of the stream. We found that light Sentinel fighter with a 3+1 supercharged slot configuration on it. That was very good. Yeah, if you don't mind the orange color, this one is kind of nice. This is a very good looking Sentinel ship. If you don't mind the supercharged slots, or excuse me, the orange color. Uh-oh, Sentinels are pissed off. Sentinels are pissed. Sorry, I shot the station by accident. This is an abandoned station. What are they getting butthurt about? What are the Sentinels getting all pissed off about, man? Okay, so we have a restore point. Let's change difficulty. Okay, let's check out our ships. Anything we can remove? Not really. All right. Okay, first order of business is to upgrade so we can check out its SC slots. And from there, we will scrap away. And last but not least. All right, what do we got? Okay, this is promising. I'm hoping that the other supercharged slots are somewhere around here. Okay, augments. Okay, so this one is a 2+2. The C class is a 2+2, which is not bad, but not really anything spectacular. Not bad, but not spectacular. So, yeah, this is a scrapper. Okay, let's fix that. Standard. All right, let's scrap this one. Yeah, that is unfortunate. 2+2 is not bad, but okay, let's bring the B class in. Okay, that's the B class. All right, let's check it out. Before we do, let's make a restore point. All right, now we're ready. Gamble, how's it going? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us, brother. How are you today? Will you access the thing, please? Thank you. Oh, crap. Yeah, they've been having an issue with their uploads or with their saves, so that's why we can't access anything at this time. Let's go to mode select. If the game doesn't crash, thank you. All right, let's try that again. And Gamble, good to see you, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. All right, let's try that again. So Kenneth Jenkins asks, do I play on the weekends? Grand Theft Auto Online, yes. On occasion, I do No Man's Sky on Sundays, on my Sundays. That's on occasion. Now, my regular schedule for No Man's Sky is Monday and Tuesday. That's my normal schedule. But on the weekends, it's usually Grand Theft Auto 5 online. So, Paul Wilson, how's it going? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us today, brother. How are you? Okay, we got to upgrade. Okay, what do we got? Aha! Aha! Oh ho! Eehee, there it is. There it is, 3+1. So the B class with the blue. The B class with the blue. I can't even think. With the blue save beacon is a 3+1. So that one is a 3+1. Nice. That's okay. Good, good, good. That's a good find. Very good find. Let's find the location of the other supercharge slot. Why not? Not bad. Yeah, Guitar Guy 80. There was at least one. There's always at least one. So that one is definitely a keeper. Let's upgrade. Let's check out the... Let's check out the other supercharge slot. Let's add that. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, it's a 3+1, 3+1. So that's pretty decent convergence on that one. That's pretty decent. Okay, let's revert this one back. So let's reload the restore point. Reload the restore point. Switch that back to a B class, so that one goes in the garage.
Inventory full.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. And again, for anybody who's just joining us, I have glyphs and coordinates to all of these ships, plus there are save beacons in the area of these ships. So all you have to do is go there and you can pick them up. Not bad. If you don't mind the orange color with tank feet, I think they look fine. Okay, so this one we keep. So we'll call this one Fragment. This is 3+1. Oops. Sorry about that. 3+1 SC. All right, so we'll know exactly what it is. All right. This one's got a 3+1 supercharge slot on it, so we don't get rid of it by accident. Okay, that's perfect. So this one we keep. Let's make a new restore point. Okay, so that one's a keeper. Let's call up the other ships. Not that one, this one. That's the C class, all right. Let's check out the stats on this C class. Are we still... Yes, we are. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, even the one-star systems have pretty decent Sentinel ships. Although the last two were pretty questionable. They were ugly. They were pretty ugly. Upgrade. Okay, this is a C class with the yellow save beacon. Okay, upgrade. And here we go. Keep going. We're not done yet. Okay, this is a 2+1 in 1, so the C class is not worth it. C class is a scrapper, so let's go ahead. We'll scrap this one. This one we will scrap. Standard. Apply. The C class is definitely a scrapper. Begin salvage. Okay, okay, next ship. Pretty sure this was it. Okay, B class, 45 mil. Yep, that's our ship. This is the other one. Okay. And the reason I continually switch between purchases free and standard is because if it's set to purchases free, when you sell the ship, you actually get more money back for the ship. That's just the way the custom game mode works for No Man's Sky. So that's why I always switch it back to standard. That way you get the proper sell amount for the ship. Even though it doesn't really make a difference in the grand scheme of things, that's just how I like to play. Okay, let's upgrade this one. Let's make a restore point first. Restore point first. I don't want to have to redo any of this. All right. Okay. Upgrade. And this was the B class to an S. Okay, there it is again. There it is. We got another 3+1. We got another 3+1. So, here's the deal. I think all B classes on that planet have a 3+1 supercharge slot configuration on it. I think they all have a 3+1. I think all the B classes are 3+1. Very nice. So I can keep any one of these ships. Any one of the B classes, that is. Not bad. Okay. So both the B classes are good to go. This one is definitely a keeper. Or at least one of them is a keeper. One of them is. Okay, let's swap let's swap the ship first. It doesn't matter which one we scrap because they're both 3+1. And all the B classes on that planet will have a 3+1 supercharge slot configuration on them, so not bad at all. Difficulty. Standard. Apply. And let's reload restore point. This way we can revert that one back to a B class.
Inventory full.
Since they're keepers, what I'm going to do is use actual nanites to upgrade those ships instead of just using purchases free. Okay, so this one was... Okay, that was those two. This is a 3+1. And the other one, if we can find it. Stop fat fingering the buttons here. That one. Okay, this one is also a 3+1. Alright. Hey! We got a new sub. Who do we have out there? So, Low, welcome to the odd one. Everybody, let's get some 07s out there in chat right now. Proper hand salute to Low. Welcome to the odd one. Thank you for your subscription. And welcome aboard. Nice. So yeah, this one is also a 3+1. So I can keep either one of these, and it'll be just fine. Which one has the better stats? This one actually has better maneuverability. 351, 251, 8. Hold on. $248, $338. The other B class has better stats on it, so we'll scrap this one. We'll scrap this one, keep the other one. And we'll rename it. We'll definitely rename it. Okay, this one we'll keep because it's got better overall stats. Okay. So this one we will scrap. All right. Let's make a restore point before we do that. Michael Knight, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you? It's good to see you. So Stuart Laker says, thank you. We'll pop in later and collect one. Yeah, definitely get one. All the B classes seem to have a 3+1. So definitely worth a keeper. I've got save beacons in the area for all the B classes, so you should be able to just pop in and find one. So G.A. Doe, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much. Michael Knight says, hey, what's good? Hey, man, we're chilling, man. Chilling as always. I'm blessed by the best today. Yeah, we're just hunting for Sentinel ships as per usual. Found some pretty good ones, too. Found some pretty good ones. So which ship is this before we screw up? Okay, so Tay rhymes with J. So, okay, I got you. J. Got you. Okay. All right, let's give me them nanites. Thank you. So this was, yep. Okay, so let's scrap this one. Oh, hold on a minute. Let's grab this. Thank you. All right, so we'll scrap this one and keep the other one. And remember, there are save beacons in the area for all of these ships. So all you have to do is come to this star system and pick them up. Okay, salvage. Yeah, but that dragonfly is definitely a keeper. Okay, let's rename this one. Okay, so this is fragment 3+1 SC. That way we don't accidentally scrap it. Done. That way we don't accidentally scrap this ship. Hey, Michael Knight, appreciate you stopping by, brother. Good to see you as always, man. All right, make a new restore point. Perfect. Okay, so we're keeping this one. This one can go in storage. That one can go in storage. We'll keep the other ones. That's it. We're done in this system. So before we go, if you guys want this ship, let me show you what we've got here. Before we go. There we go. So this is a medium Sentinel fighter. Medium Sentinel fighter. Heavy dragonfly wings. Medium wings. Okay. Medium wings with double-bladed wings. Or as some people like to call them, skirt wings. 7+2 thrusters. And it also has a face. It's got a jaw and everything else. So yeah, if you want this style of Sentinel ship with the heavy wings, it is orange. There is some orange on it, but I think the orange and black actually works on this one. Glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This is the Euclid Galaxy. Come get yours. So, let's get this one. Let's get this one back to the freighter, excuse me. We'll put that one in storage. That one's a keeper. 3+1s are always a keeper. Checks over stripes. What's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so what? Your name is Tay. Okay, your name is Tay. Gotcha. Okay, wrong window. But we can sell some stuff while we're here. So let's see. We want to sell recycled circuitry.
Units received.
Compressed indium scrap.
Units received.
AI valves.
Units
Subatomic
received.
regulators.
Units received.
Nano cables.
Units received.
Sell all that stuff. Jonathan Studios, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. Hey, we don't get credit for mispronouncing names. So, he says a matrix. What's that? Matrix embuchinizer. All right, so we're done here. We're done. Let's get back to the freighter. Next system. We'll put this one in storage because this one is definitely a keeper. I mean, we can put that one in storage or put a different one in storage. Let's go to the hangar. Let's see what we've actually got because I got a bunch of stupid ships right now. So let's see. Yep, we'll put this one in storage. So we'll store that one. And I got to actually go through and get rid of a bunch of ships next. Because... Okay, so we're done here. Next star system. We're not going to set up a base here because since I've already picked up a ship, there's no reason to come back. I have glyphs and coordinates for this star system, so we're good. Jonathan Studio says, yeah, you were right. DuckDuckGo is free. Oh, is it? Okay, we're making our way toward the galactic core. One of these days we'll get there. So that system's abandoned. That is a 1-star Gek. Let's move a little closer to the core. Okay, 2-star Viking. That is a Class Y system, purple. Let's go. Let's check it out. This will be like the first 2-star system we've ever visited during this live stream. They've all been 1-star. Every one of them has been 1-star. Now, this system could be abandoned. We'll find out. This may be an abandoned star system, or there may not be any dissidents or any starships in the system. That's happened before, so. Upload. 3 planets. What do we got? Airless, Arctic, and high temperature. Okay, 5 fauna, market. Okay, we got a ship here. Let's go. Hey, Streamlabs, stop cheating, bro. Stop cheating out there, Streamlabs. I got my eyes on you, buddy. Oh, hold on. I always forget to do that. Hold on a second. Okay, we're good. Okay, that's the wrong ship, buddy. Where's my other ship? There we go. Better. That's much better. Okay, first stop, let's go to the space station and check out the multi-tool. There might be a good one here. And from there, we will hit the planet. And for anybody who's playing Grand Theft Auto Online, apparently the servers are busted right now. Yeah, the GTA Online servers, for PC at least, seem to be malfunctioning. I will say this, at the beginning of the event week, all the servers have been kind of wonky. Yeah, they've been really on the fritz. You know, players are being randomly kicked from session, getting an error code. That is an optical drill. Yes, it is. Okay, these multi-tools are ugly. Nope. All right, nice. So yeah, GTA servers are broken right now, and I'm talking broken. I don't think it's too much of a problem for anyone playing on console. Console seems to be okay. But if you're on PC, I mean, PC stays broken. PC stays broke. All right, let's refine some of this. Okay, we're ready. Let's find it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether or not we can do a stream tomorrow. The regularly scheduled GTA stream will go on tomorrow as per scheduled. I will be streaming tomorrow as scheduled. Okay, let's go. So I'll try to log in later on tonight and see if there's any randomness taking place. But apparently the servers on PC are intermittent. And for everybody else here who's watching the No Man's Sky content, Sean Murray did post an emoji. Sean Murray did post an emoji within like the past 24 hours. It is a Coliseum emoji or Stadium emoji. So a lot of speculation surrounding what the next update's going to be for No Man's Sky. It's possible. It is possible that the next update will release this week. I don't think that it will unless we get more emojis. Unless we get more emojis this week. Now, the other indicators are whether or not No Man's Sky actually goes on sale this week. Yeah, once we see the other keys drop, and those are the game going on sale. You know, across all platforms, PC, console, you know, once that happens, then we'll get a pretty good indicator of exactly when. The update will release. But there's a lot of speculation on it. Man, this planet sucks already. We may have just found a good ship. Hold on. Before we get out, let's take a really quick look. This planet's topology sucks. So what do we got? That's either red or orange. So what we have... Okay, this is a good-looking ship. This is not bad. This is not bad. Oh, let's hop out and take a look at it. Not bad. Yeah, I can't tell. I think that was a filter. There's always a storm. Okay, so this one is orange and black. Okay, check that out. Not bad. This is a medium Sentinel fighter. Dorsal, ventral TIE fighter style stabilizers, heavy wings. Heavy wings, double-bladed wings, and wingtip thrusters. Very nice. Very nice. Not bad. And all thrusters are lit. All thrusters are illuminated. This is a pretty decent ship. This one is nice. This one is nice. Tank treads would be better, but it's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so if you guys are interested in this ship, there we go. If you're interested in this ship, The glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This is Starship number 1 for this planet. This is a Euclid galaxy. Heavy Sentinel fighter, heavy wings, dorsal ventral TIE fighter style stabilizers, double-bladed wings, and wingtip thrusters. Very nice ship. Very nice ship. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is a 2-star Viking system, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Okay, it is a B class. Located at minus 18.16 and plus 127.31.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh, lady, shut up. Stop talking to me. All right, let's drop a save beacon, because this one might be worth a hunt. Yeah, Stuart Laker, not bad. Not bad. Again, if you don't mind the orange, this one is a pretty decent configuration. All right, let's drop a save beacon just in case. So this one is not bad at all. And we'll paint this one if I can learn how to paint. There we go. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Color red. Make that one red. Perfect. All right. Nice. Hold it. Before we do anything else, give me them radiant shards. Because radiant shards are money. Give me them shards. That is the biggest crop of radiant shards I've ever seen. Hold on a second. Where's my other multi-tool? Let's get the mining tool out here. There we go. That's better. Yeah, this multi-tool has a fully upgraded mining beam on it. Even though it's a C-class, it's got a fully upgraded mining beam. All S-class modules. Yeah, don't even ask me where I found this one. I just randomly found it. You got that ginormous freaking scorpion down there. Jeez, dude, this planet is something else. That's the biggest scorpion I've ever seen. Okay, let's go. Let's grab this one, get it up to the station, and check it out. Aaron Hunt, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you today? Before we do, hold on a second. What kind of scrap do we have here? We'll take the glass. Thank you. We'll totally take that glass. All right. Glass. Brain. Pugnium.
Technology prepared.
Okay, this one comes pre-equipped with... Nice. It has, excuse me, an infra knife with an S-class upgrade. That is not bad. Plus 5 damage, too. Not bad. Okay. Let's do this. Let's reload. Reload restore point. So Aaron Hunt says, good, just getting ready for work. Nice, man. Nice. Thanks for stopping by to say hello, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Falling.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, reload that again. All right. So this is what we're going to do. Let's drop a base here. Take this one up to the space station.
Thermal protection falling.
So Kenneth Jenkins says, for some reason, the coordinates are not working. You're talking about the glyphs? Make sure you're in the right type of system. This is a purple star system, I think. which means if this is a purple star system, you'll need an Atlantid drive. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's check discoveries. Yeah, we'll need to go to space to check it out. If this is a purple star system, you'll need an Atlantid drive to get here. So that's why you may say you may see some message when you're trying to enter the glyphs into the actual portal. You'll get an error. So you need to make sure you have an Atlantid drive. I think this is a purple star system. Okay, let's drop a base here. Just out of curiosity, this one could also have good convergence on its supercharge slots, so let's do this. Yeah, Guitar Guy 80, exactly. If it's a purple star system, you'll need an Atlantid drive to access it. That means you haven't completed... If you don't have the Atlantid drive, that means you haven't completed the Interstellar Multitudes storage quest. That's the only way to get the Atlantid drive and to be able to access these systems. Walter, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. So jumping back and forth, I appreciate you, man, for stopping by. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to name check them, man. It's perfectly fine. Okay. Let's see. Claim site. And what we will do is take this one up to the station. I have a pretty good feeling about this one. I have a pretty good feeling about this. About this ship. Okay. Let's drop a base and set up a portal here. Give it a door. And a ramp. And if the ship sucks, we'll just remove the base. We can do that some other time. Alright, let's go. I have a very good feeling about this B-class ship. We've been finding some pretty decent 3+1s the entire stream. Alright. Give it some power. Solar. And a battery. I guess we could drop a biofuel reactor too, just in case we need it. And save point. Okay. Let's get rid of the save beacon. And that we can delete. Okay. So we have a new save point. Okay, so what we're going to do now, let's claim this ship, get it up to the station without creating a new save point, that is. And check it out. So we want glass, brain, pugnium.
Technology prepared.
Like I said, this one, I have very good feeling about this ship. I have a very good feeling about this one. So let's compare it and get it up to the station. All right. And so that we don't make a new restore point, let's get to the base terminus. Space stations. I have a pretty good feeling about this one. This one might be pretty decent. So Kenneth Jenkins says I had the wrong character. Yeah, if your character or your save hasn't completed Interstellar Multitudes, then yeah, you can't access any of the purple star systems. That's usually the one problem that some players have. I will say that the purple star systems are actually pretty cool. Okay, so we want to check out this ship. Let's go to difficulty. Okay, that's set to free. Perfect. All right. Okay, let's upgrade this thing, and if it sucks, no big deal. I think at some point it's still kind of worth a hunt, so we'll come back some other time and do that. Upgrade. But I got really good... That is not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again. Okay. All right, it's an S-class. So fingers crossed, what do we got? Fingers crossed, what do we have? Oh, you have got to be kidding. What a disappointment, man. What a disappointment. That was disappointing. That was very disappointing. They're all spread out. Well, that sucks. Okay, let's reload the restore point. Excuse me. I do think that that ship is worth a hunt, so what I'm going to do is leave the base where it is. And I'll come back like off stream and we'll hunt for it then. We'll hunt for it then. I want to try to find one more ship. Yeah, I want to try to find one more ship. So let's leave this thing where it is. That does suck. I was hoping for something better. Yeah, supercharged slots are spread way out. Okay, let's try to find one more ship. That is unfortunate. Yeah, Walter, I hope that's not what she said. Okay, that is a 2-star system, so there is an S-class of that Sentinel ship there. It's a 1% chance, though, of you finding one. Okay, let's go. We'll leave the base where it is, and like I said, I'll come back off stream and try to hunt for it. Okay, let's go. Freighter warp map. All right, where is the galactic core? Thank you. It's over there. There it is. Galactic core is that way. Okay, there's a Korvax Outlaw Dissident. Let's go to it. Let's check it out. This one might be pretty decent. So Walter says, disappointing. Hope that's not what you... Yeah, exactly. So Walter says, I told them to check you out, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, you know what? That's no big deal. I get it. You know, my content's not for everyone and vice versa. So that's no big deal, brother. But I appreciate you stopping by to say hello, man. Okay, first contact system. Let's do this. Yeah, I must be on like the south side of Euclid Galaxy, dude. What is this? Okay, upload. Temperate, fungal, isotopic, and high energy. Okay. It's a radioactive planet, so... Nice. Okay, let's go check out the space station first. There might be a good multi-tool there. As long as it's not an ugly ship. So just to remind everyone, I usually stream No Man's Sky Mondays and Tuesdays, my time. Mondays and Tuesdays. Wednesday and Thursday is usually Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. And we do Grand Theft Auto 5 Online again on Saturday. Fridays, I prepare the weekly update for GTA 5 Online, which is that's an all-day affair. Literally, it takes all day. That's why I typically don't stream on Fridays. as we crash into the station. Okay, let's take a really quick look at the multi-tool. It's ugly. It's an ugly multi-tool because it's got horns on it. It's ugly. Just out of curiosity, what kind of upgrades does this guy have over here? What do you got for me, buddy? Yeah, Walter, exactly. If you're in North America, most people don't know this, but I actually live in Japan, and I'm live streaming from Japan, so I'm 14 hours ahead of North America. Roughly 14 hours ahead. So my Monday and Tuesdays are usually your Sunday and Monday. So yeah, that is correct. Okay, positron. We'll take that positron.
Received.
We will take that positron. Shields, thrusters, geology cannon, cyclotron, mining beam, photon, pulse spitter, shields, pulse engine. Okay, I mean, not really much anything here, so we'll take that one. That is the ugliest high-butt karate chop explorer I have ever seen in my life. Yeah, that is the ugliest explorer I have ever seen. This thing is straight out of a Jackie Chan movie. Yeah, I call that the karate chop explorer because of its wings. That is the ugliest explorer ever. So Walter says, but it's 2:47 a.m. for me where I live. Yeah, Jonathan Studios, that thing is oogly. All right, let's get out of here before it embarrasses us even further. Let's get out of here. We got to leave. Let's go. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see if we can get lucky. Yeah, that Explorer is right out of a martial arts movie. Seriously, it is ugly. All right, here we go. And again, we'll be back tomorrow streaming some GTA 5 online nonsense. That is, of course, if the servers freaking work. If the servers work. Because GTA 5 is going through a rough time right now for whatever reason. What's funny is that there's no reporting or information from Tez Fund on any issues with the server. There's nothing on Twitter about it. There's nothing on Rockstar's servers about server outages either. So what the hell's going on? As we bounce off the planet's atmosphere. All right, let's pray for a good one. This planet's got the worst topology I've ever seen. Look at those mountains. Worst topology ever. Okay, what do we got? Okay, this one is... Oh, hold on. Okay, it's a hauler. Oh my gosh. It's a hauler with skirt wings. Keegan Courage Gaming, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's a hauler with skirt wings. That's a whole lot of nope. We're out of here.
Extreme radiation detected.
We're out of here. Reload. Reload. Yeah, we're leaving. We're out of here. And got the Munchie Show. How's it going? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're leaving. We're out of here. This star system sucks. The whole freaking star system sucks, man. We're leaving. Screw this place. We're gone. We're out. Goodbye. Goodbye. Before we go, let's talk to the vendor again. Before we leave. Because he had a neutron cannon upgrade in here, I think. Oh, positron. Give me that. Yeah, we'll take that positron upgrade. Is there anything I can sell? Pulse engine, hyperdrive. We can sell the C class. Sell that. Sell the B. Sell the B. We can sell that. Let's hold on to the pulse engine. All right. Make some of that money back. All right. We're leaving. We're out of here. So Walter says, I'm sure the main concern is hacking GTA servers. Now, you could be right. You could be right. There could be some DDoS or distributed denial of service attack taking place against the Rockstar's PC servers. Because whatever this problem is, it seems to be largely affecting PC. Now, that being said, when I logged in last Thursday to do some work for the Vincent dispatch work and to record footage for it, I got kicked out of a session once, and I play on console. So it didn't appear to be any sort of an exploit or any sort of a DDoS attack, but it could be a DDoS attack. It could be a DDoS attack. It's not the first time that these hackers have gotten pissed at Rockstar Games for some ridiculous reason. So you may have a point. Okay, next system. We're going to try one more system because that ship is ugly. So Kenneth Jenkins says, I'm here. I'm going to explore later. Okay, nice. Yeah, just in case anybody was wondering, if any ships in this video or this live stream show up as being in a purple system, just remember that you need to have the Atlantic drive to access those systems, meaning that you must have completed the Interstellar Multitude storied quest to access those locations. So that says 2-star Gek. Okay, 2-star Corvax. This is a purple system right here. This system's purple. That is a Y designation. Let's check it out. This is a purple system. Just for craps and grins, let's check it out. Okay, 2 planets. This is a nice system. Small. That's what she said. Terraforming. No planetary fauna. This star system is a bust. Yep. The star system is a bust. We're leaving. No Sentinel ships here. There are no Sentinel ships in this system. Next. So Check Silver Stripe says, I'm on now. It's still tweaking. Is it? Yeah, I'll have to log in later on tonight because I have another video to cut. I'll find out then. We'll definitely find out then. But console doesn't seem to be too bad. Okay, 1-star Corvax. That's another purple system. Let's not go to a purple system. Let's go. But that's a purple system. Hold on. Okay, 1-star Viking. Okay, 2-star Corvax. Let's go here. I think this is a yellow star system, so we'll find out when we get there. Yeah, we found some pretty cool ships today. We found some pretty cool ships. That Dragonfly with the tank treads was pretty fire, even though it was yellow. Not yellow, I'm sorry. Even though it was orange. I still think it was pretty cool. All right, what do we got? Okay, Hyperborean. All right, that's a cold planet. Let's mark it. Rocky, radioactive, miasmatic, and swamp. Okay. This is a 2-star Corvax. We've got, we did upload, didn't we? Let's make sure. Okay. Let's hit up the space station first, check out the multi-tool, and proceed. Yeah, GTA's servers are a mess right now. Let's go. I think the captain could have parked a little closer to the station. You got a freaking boost drive for 20 seconds just to get to the station. What is that all about, dude? Gas costs money. Gas costs money. Fuel prices are rising. We ain't got time for this. Gas costs money. All right, what do we got? Let's check out the multi-tools really quickly. It's ugly. Yeah, we're going to have to do a live stream where all we do is hunt for Atlantid multi-tools. I think we should probably do that for a No Man's Sky stream. Just hunt for good multi-tools. Okay, there's a droid wing fighter that just flew in. Droid wing snowspeeder. Yeah, droid wing snowspeeder. Hold on a second. Yep, just in case anybody likes the droid wings. I know Guitar Guy 80 likes these. Yeah, he's into the droid wing, so we have a droid wing snowspeeder fighter with triple thruster, the droid wings, droid and shockwave. Looks like droid and shockwave wings and the snowspeeder cockpit. So Walter says, I need to buy another physical copy of GTA because for some reason my disc won't load and it doesn't seem like it's scratched too badly. So that's irritating. Have you tried cleaning the disc? It may not be the disc. It could be the actual lens on your console or your PC, whichever system you're using. It may not be the disc. Okay, Guitar Guy 80, no problem, man. No problem at all. Okay, let's go. All right, one more time. What's that? You got the glyphs and a new ship. Yes, sir. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Where does this guy think he's going? Hold on a sec. Get back in there. Get back in. I saw that dude fly there. Some hauler just flew in with fan wings. That dude's not going anywhere. He just flew in the station. There he is. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's a turreted hauler. It's got a stubby tail and it's turreted. Never mind. We're leaving. We're leaving. Never mind. I take it back. So Guitar Guy, you saw him too? Yeah, that is an ugly broken neck hauler. Yeah, we're leaving. Nope. Yeah, you don't want that kind of hauler. We don't want that one. Yeah, never mind. It's a turreted broken neck hauler. That hauler needs to go see a chiropractor badly. It needs to see a chiropractor badly. I'm talking badly. Red Man, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, bro. How are you today? Yeah, we're about to wrap things up. This will be the final ship for today. I got to go take care of some IRL stuff. So let's see if we can get lucky. Okay, Kenneth Jenkins, yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Good to meet you. Take care, and God bless to you, brother. We'll see you next time. Okay, what do we got? You have got to be... They're getting worse. They're getting worse. They get... Oh my God, they get worse. Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. There's nothing wrong with a hauler-style Sentinel ships. The haulers are fine. So this is a hauler-style Sentinel ships. The problem... Yeah, Guitar Guy 80, at least it's not orange, right? The problem is with these clip medium wings in the blades. That's the problem. That's the ugliest thing. It's got just about everything else. It literally has everything else. It's got a jaw. It's got pincers, or excuse me, it's got fangs. It's got the dorsal and ventral stabilizers. The dorsal stabilizers do articulate, by the way. Everything else about this ship is just no. It's the wings, no. Yeah, exactly. Neo Hurricane. Ugly ship, nice color, right? We're leaving. Reload. Reload. We're out of here. That was disappointing.
Inventory full.
All right. That's unfortunate. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just about 7 p.m. for me. I got to get out of here and go take care of some IRL stuff. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. This was a fun live stream. We found three. We found 3 decent looking ships to 3 really ugly ones. So we broke even today. We broke even. So Walter says, at least it was blue instead of orange. Yeah, exactly. At least it was blue. Just a really ugly ship. Wow. It's okay, though. It's okay. We'll come back next week and try it again. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here today. If you haven't done so, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button for me on the way out. Helps out the channel a ton. Huge shout out to my fellow odd members out there. Make sure you're subscribed to Guitar Guy 80 and to Buckle Up Let's Go, who I think was here earlier today. Make sure you subscribe to oh my God, my brain is broken. Brain is broken. Make sure you subscribe to other members of the Odd Fam. How about that? So let's go there. Yeah, I'm done. We're done. We got to go. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. The next No Man's Sky stream is next Monday, Japan Standard Time. Now, if I can host another stream later on this week, I'll try it. There is an update expected to release potentially this week. If it does, we'll try to stream. If not, we'll wait till next week. But until then, thank you guys so much for being here. And again, please hit that like button for me on the way out. Helps out the channel a ton. And with all that being said, this live stream is a wrap. I'm an Oddman 105, a.k.a. the Odd One, saying thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support. I can't speak. Continued support of what we do here on the channel. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next live stream. Please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke. And take care out there, and I'll see you all next time. So everyone, stay safe. God bless to each and every one of you. Please hit the like button for me. It helps out the channel a ton. And I'll see you all next time. So take care, guys. We'll see you all next time. Let's get out of here.